If you like these videos, please check out my full course at www.lsat.totaltestprep.net with tons of clearly explained actual LSAT questions written by someone who's mastered test and helped others master it, and an evaluation period where you only pay if you want to continue.
Alright, in this video we're going to cover the must be false questions. So what exactly is the must be false question? So what do must be false questions ask for? In other words, what does it mean to identify a choice that must be false? How do these questions appear in the test, and how do we approach these questions? Okay, so in terms of the basic information, must be false questions ask you for the answer choice which has to be false as a logical or reasonable consequence of the information in the paragraph. Once again, it's important in legal context to be able to identify the logical consequences of the evidence or the arguments presented. And these questions, like the must be true, will rarely deal with arguments. So think of the must be false questions as essentially the opposite of the must be true questions. The question will generally deal with one speaker, though there might be multiple, and if there are multiple speakers, then the question will tell you where to focus. The correct choice is going to have to be false. The others, the incorrect choices, may be true or they may be false. So a choice could be false, but that doesn't mean that it has to be false. So the correct answer has to be false. In terms of the basic approach, you need to be clear on the information presented, but once again, most of the work is going to be done in the choices, just like the must be true. So identify the key elements and the relationships in the paragraph. That's always very important. Remember, since it's generally not an argument, it's going to be a bit more difficult than in the necessary assumption questions, and and in the other questions in terms of trying to figure out what has to be true, has to be false. But you do want to try and focus on identify what the key elements are, and try to focus on identifying if there's causality, if there's characterization, etc. Then you want to go through the choices, and you're looking for the one that has to be false. The correct choice will have to be false, because if the choice contradicts information in the paragraph, then you know that that's the right answer. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that's going to challenge or contradict what you have. Contradiction just means that they can't both be true. So when you're looking at these answer choices, you're trying to see which one of these answer choices is going to directly contradict what I have, directly or indirectly actually contradict what I have in the paragraph. However, the incorrect choices won't have to be false. So if there's no contradiction with the paragraph, then that's not the correct answer. Now, sometimes the choice seems likely to be false, but remember, you're looking for something that has to be false. If you can come up with a plausible scenario where there's no contradiction, then that's not the correct answer. So the incorrect choice could also have to be true or be irrelevant. Remember, you're looking for something that has to be false where there is inevitable contradiction.